Good morning, ma'am and sir. We are the Group 1 with the research entitled Factors Affecting College Students When Selecting a Laptop. Notebook? Ballpen? No. This year's most important back-to-school supply is a computer. COVID-19 has resulted in a worldwide closure of schools including colleges. As a result, education has changed drastically with a distinctive rise of e-learning whereby teaching is undertaken remotely and on digital platforms. That's why everyone needs to get the right device and keeps the Wi-Fi running to ensure everything is online. And with the economy like this, many families can't afford a pricey laptop. We all know that buying expensive laptop is a great idea because you can experience less trouble situation whether it is for school, gaming, or work stuff. But in today's situation, it is not recommended to spend all your income in just few minutes. Having a laptop doesn't mean you can do anything without experiencing any trouble. And also getting a cheap laptop doesn't mean you can do anything good. A decent laptop makes it simple for you. It is important to have the correct specifications for what you need. This is not a question with a clear obvious answer. No matter your price category, there are simply too many different types of laptops to choose from. More to the point, there is no single best laptop. It depends on the consumer on what they need and how they will use it. Some assumes that the unplanned and rapid transition to online learning with little training, inadequate bandwidth, and less time frame would result in a poor user experience that is unconducive to sustained growth. Some also says the new hybrid model of education will emerge with significant benefits. However, there are challenges needs to overcome. Some students struggle to participate in digital learning without a reliable and stable device or technology. This discrepancy is seen across countries and between income brackets within countries. There is proof that learning online can be more useful in a variety of ways for those who already have the access to the right technologies. Some research shows that the students hold 25 to 60% more content on average while learning online compared to only 8 to 10% in classroom.
The analytical hierarchy process, or AHP, is a technique which structures complex decision and provides an essential scale of relative magnitudes that illustrates dominance units to help judgment by paired comparison. AHP is a very effective decision-making tool that uses a statistical approach to help decision maker make the right choice by highlighting the most relevant criteria. The hierarchy tree shows the flow in buying a laptop considering these alternatives in regards to the criteria. The criteria we choose are the things that most likely what will be considered in buying a laptop, which are the specifications, battery life, style, size, and cost. To find the alternatives, we use the keywords laptops that ranges from 20,000 to 60,000, and we pick the laptop inside the range, and we only pick 5 laptops. The main purpose of this study is to buy the optimal laptop in the alternatives considering its benefits and cost.
For the results of the study, it is illustrated in these following slides. In this slide, the table for criteria and normalized criteria are shown below. In this slide, the criteria weight and value of eigenvectors are shown. Consistency ratio is 0.06, which is less than zero point 0.1, which means that the adjustment is small as compared to the actual values of the eigenvector entries. Next is the ranking alternatives. First is for style and normalized style. Its table and the priority vector are shown below. Based on the data, MSI GE 73 Raider is the best when it comes to style, Second is Acer Nitro 5 AN515-54. Third is Acer Aspire 5. Fourth is the HP Pavilion x 360 and Cherry Mobile Alpha Chip for the last spot. Next is the ranking alternatives for specification and normalized specification. Its table and the priority vector are shown below. Based on the data, MSI GE73 Raider is the best when it comes to specification. Second is Acer Nitro 5 AN515-54. Third is Acer Aspire 5. Fourth is HP Pavilion X360. And again, Cherry Mobile Alpha Chip for the last spot. Next is the ranking alternatives for battery and normalized battery. Its table and the priority vector are also shown below. Based on the data, MSI GE73 Raider is the best when it comes to battery. Second is Acer Nitro 5 AN515-54. Third is Acer Aspire 5. Fourth is HP Pavilion X360. And again, Mobile Alpha Chip for the last spot. Next is the ranking alternatives for size and normalized size. Its table and the priority vector are shown below. Based on the data, again, MSI GE73 Raider is the best when it comes to size. Second is Acer Nitro 5 AN515-54. Third is Acer Aspire 5. Fourth is HP Pavilion x 360. And again, Cherry Mobile Alpha Chip for the last spot. So for this slide, this is the summarized data for each laptop. The benefits and cost-benefit ratio are shown in each table. So with this data, we can say that MSI GE73 Raider wins in style, specifications, battery, and size. But when it comes to cost and benefit ratio, Acer Nitro 5 AN515-54 wins when it comes to pricing and quality. And lastly, the comparison between cost and ratio benefit of each laptop are graphed and shown below.
Results indicate in cost and benefit ratio of Table 3.12 and Figure 3.1 that Acer Nitro 5 is the best laptop in minimization, followed by Acer Aspire 5, MSI GE73 Raider, Cherry Mobile Alpha Chip, and HP Pavilion X360. This research will help students to realize the importance of factors in selecting a laptop. Currently, selecting a laptop is not easy as it is. Different specifications will bring you also to different performance depending on what purpose you need it. Not all students need a high-end specs, although high specs means good performance, but it results too much expensive price. Thus, the conclusion is that right specs on what you need is essentially, especially when budget is limited.
A future research could be conducted with more criteria and choices, or alternatives and results might be compared with each other in order to obtain a better understanding of important criteria. Some criteria and alternatives have been discussed in this study. Future research could be carried out on a larger scale by online questionnaires to collect more accurate data on the goals of each of the criteria and alternatives. And for the other limitation, when selecting part, and often you need to compromise on the average devices. Student doesn't have to buy a really expensive laptop to get a great performance.